Welcome to Qigong, and start with your standing posture. Even if you're sitting down, get up and stand up. Or if you're sitting down, you can root your feet from the chair. That's also very, very possible. Thinking about our feet, and an interesting thing I came across with reading Peter Deadman's book on Qigong is that we don't think about it, but there's only one point under the foot on the sole, and that's bubbling spring, kidney 1, which is between the second and the third toe towards the back of the pad of the foot. So it's still in the front of the foot. So when you are standing, you want to be sure that you haven't got your weight too far back on your heels. You have got the weight along this outside of your feet, front of your feet, a little bit on the heels, but that your bubbling spring is firmly rooted. Now we know that that's a point where the negative energy comes up from the earth. So if you're walking barefoot, it zooms up there. It's very, very good for your body. But think about that point, kidney 1. Okay. Soften your ankles, release your knees, allow your tailbone to drop. Kind of feel that you're getting wider across the pelvis, even if you have to imagine it, that you're widening out there, the front of the pelvis, but also the back of the pelvis. It gives room for your sacroiliac and room for the front organs. Going up the back to the neck area, so the neck is lifting up. As it lifts up towards the sky, your chin tucks in a tiny bit, and your head, top of the head crown, going up towards skies and stars. Bring the shoulder blades right up and just allow them to drop. And as you drop your shoulders, feel that your shoulder blades are wide rather than pulled back. So in fact, if anything, your arms are almost in front of your body rather than being too far back. Back of the hands will also be pointing in front, which then allows a softness to come into axilla, where you can be holding a tiny little squash ball or a little egg. Just close your eyes for a couple of seconds and allow yourself to arrive at Qigong. Notice how you're feeling, physical body, your emotional body, and your mind. Settle in. Got a little gap of silence or a little gap of just being in the present for the next half an hour. Oh, good. Open your eyes and let's begin with wave breathing or full breath. It's full body breath here. So you're going to start the breath down in the belly, move it up into the ribs and then into the top of the chest. And then let go, top of the chest, ribs and belly. Let's do a breath in through the mouth. Sorry, not mouth. Let's do a breath in through the nose, all the way up, and let it exhale be through the mouth. Let's do 5 count in and a 6 count out. Releasing the air through the mouth as you breathe out. As we breathe in through the nose, the air comes in contact with nitric oxide in the sinuses, and that's very good to protect you against viruses and bacteria. So breathing with this wave breath, we get more oxygen into the lungs, and we also improve the mechanics of the breath. Go straight into the lung flow of holding up the sky, hands facing the sky above you. Let your arms come back, not too far forwards, and your out breath spiral down into lower tree, standing there. Try breathe in and out through the nose, which strengthens the lung, refines your breath. And you can keep it at about a 5-5 or a 5-6, which is like a coherence breathing. It's relaxing for the body, but still with good clarity. When you go up, feel as if you're pulling a t-shirt off. Feel your fascia stretching, stretching, stretching. Open up through the shoulders. Feel your feet rooted. Getting a little bit further each time you come up. Sink your knees and your ankles a little bit as you come down. Straighten up a little bit, straight but not straight. This time as you breathe in, as you get to the top, let one hand come down. So push mountain, hold sky position. Breath in and then open the side of your lungs and squish the air out of the other side. That's an out breath. Through the mouth, breathe in. Change over, spiral as the hands go past each other and lift and over to the side. Breathing in. Little fingers pass each other as you spiral and out to the side. Back. Change hands. Push mountain, hold sky, and out. As you come down, bring the other hand down and turn your feet slightly. And one hand goes behind your back, the other hand goes in front of your face. And squeeze through your waist, getting that last little bit of old air out. Come back to center, breathe in. Swivel the other foot as you turn and breathe out. Coming into the center, breathe in. Swivel one foot as you push out, push in front, push behind. Breathe in, come to center. Breathe out. Out through the mouth, getting rid of that tidal volume at the bottom of the lungs that hardly ever is replaced with fresh air unless you're doing very vigorous exercise. Come back. And turn and push. Center. Shake it out a little bit there. There you go. Okay, we're going to oil the joints a little bit. Interlock your fingers and start just with the wrists. Getting good wrist movement. And have one hand on top and then the other hand on top. Side to side, up and down. Change the direction if you can. But it's quite difficult for me to do it in the one way, much easier for me to do it the other way. So get that other part of your brain working that hasn't done this for a while. And then open your hands a little bit and start getting your elbows moving back. As you take your elbows moving back, feel that your scapula is coming up, coming down. And that movement starting to go from your shoulders through the waist, down into the opposite hip. Getting a nice spiral through the whole body. Oiling your joints by repetitively moving the joints through a similar arc, getting the synovial fluid to flow, giving more food to the joints, going all into all little nooks and crannies that your joints don't go into. in your daily life, when we tend to just go backwards and forwards and not so much sideways and turning. Opposite direction. Feel your shoulder blades coming up, your ribs, and forwards again through your waist. Remembering that in Qigong, we like our movements to go through the waist. Strongest part of your body, center of gravity is around the waist there as well. And keeping your hands together, feet parallel, and breathe in and push your hands forwards and breathe out. As you breathe out, feel that you're opening the back of your rib cage and you're making space between the two shoulder blades. Breathe in, coming to center and front, and breathe out. Through the mouth, we're doing a lot of clearing as we breathe out through the mouth here. Breathe in. Big breath in from the belly upwards and breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Now push your arm to the side and turn your head to the opposite side. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice for your shoulders, nice for your neck. Nice for your rib cage. Sides of the ribs opening up here. Breathe in, up above your head. Hands facing the sky, and breathe out and bend and pull up a little bit here. Out breath. Squeezing that old air out again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, lift your bubbling spring, lift your heels up off the ground, drop your tailbone, and out. So the air brings the lungs bring the air in, but your kidneys are the waterworks that allow the water vapor to be released through the lungs. Release a lot of our water through the water vapor. And then relax and shake it. Let's just bring in Dragon. Say hello to Dragon. He's going to watch his tail. Again, looking at easing up through the angle of the neck and through the shoulders and through the front of the chest here. Looking at your lines of the hand. Nice close focus there. Turn your hands, pushing away. And as you turn, let your eyes look into the distance. So exercise for your eyes as well. Breathing in, looking closely at the detail of your hands. Turning, pushing away, and looking out into the horizon or into the distance, the imagined distance. Breathing in. Let's breathe out through the nose as well. In and out through the nose. Let this be a strong breath exercise. And drop your hands, bring them up to the other side. Looking at your fortune there, and turn your hands and pushing away. Again. Dragon watching his tail as he's swimming down the river. And bring my hands down. All right. Let's do a little bit of chi massage. Front of the chest, you've got your sternum here, your breastbone, and then you've got your ribs attaching at the side and your collarbones coming over here. Let's do a little bit of release on the top of the sternum where the collarbone attaches here. It's where we hold a lot of stress or sadness in this area. A heavy chest. Let's clear anything that's accumulated there. Can be doubt, worry, and then slowly come down the breastbone. I've got a little microphone here, so I can't bang too hard. Up and down, quite soft, and then come to the sides where the side of the sternum, the ribs are attaching. Just do a little knock all the way down. We're on the kidney meridian here, so we're connecting the lungs to the kidney. Again, we're talking about lungs and kidney working together. So we know some people, when their kidneys are not working well, they can't breathe very well because the lungs get congested with water. Take your fingers and give a little massage into each intercostal space. It's just where the ribs come to attach to the sternum. Just see if all those little muscles are fine. If any of them are tight, just give them a little bit more of a rub. Release them. So if they're nice and flexible, you can breathe much more deeply. But the diaphragm does a lot of the breathing, but the intercostal muscles between the ribs are very, very important as well to allow us to get that full body breath, full lung breath. Get there and shake it out. So we've opened a little bit there. Let's open the heart to the sky. We haven't done that for a long time. Hands together, and you're going to go forwards and open the heart to the sky. As you open, you're making space for your heart in your rib cage, but also your lungs. Breathing out, dropping your head, sinking the breastbone back, making space at the back of the rib cage for your heart and your lungs. Breathing in, coming up. Let's breathe in through the nose and let's breathe out through the nose. Kind of powering up these systems. Breathing in. Feel how you're getting wider, 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 getting an open chest. Just like we want an open pelvis, we want an open chest. Breathing out. So you know those little hollows called shoulder nest, just before the shoulder begins, just below the clavicle. So we're separating the shoulder nest from each other. In. Breathing out. Now turning on one heel so that when you open your heart that you're going forwards and back, and you're doing a lunge, putting more weight on the front leg, but not going past your toes with your knee. Just turn to the center, breathe in and breathe out. Now we're actually releasing with the out breath here. Breathing in and breathing out, and maybe give an out breath through the mouth here. Any hardness in your heart, any cloudiness in your heart, just let it go. Come back to the center, turn that foot to the front, and just reestablish your breathing. Breathing in, open, open, open. Tailbone drop down. Chin tucked in, head lifted up. Sink the chest, breathing in. Turning on one foot, turning on the other. Breathing in and breathing out. Lunge to the side. Just turn your body as you breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And back to center, feet facing the front, and let's just do one or two more. Opening the heart to the sky. We're doing a lot of breath, which brings lightness to the body. Let's just clear a little bit more stress from the upper body. Breathing in, hands together, over your head, behind your head, along the back of the neck, in front. and back, and just rub just above your kidneys there. And breathe in. And breathe out, and just clear back of the head, neck, come around the front of the neck, down the breastbone, and a little rub here. It's a very gentle clearing. Breathing in, breathing out, coming down over your head, back of the head, back of the neck, down the front, and rubbing behind. And from here, we're going to clear, we're over the kidneys. Now we're going to go down the urinary bladder channel, and then we're going to come up the kidney channel, and inside the legs, all the way up, kidney channel, up to the sky, breathing in. Up on your toes, lifting your bubbling spring, kidney 1, and breathe out. Okay, and nice little rub of your kidneys. Nice and warm. Say hello. Down the back of the legs, urinary bladder. Up along the kidney channel, all the way up, following the lines. And all the way up above your head and up on your toes. And yeah. And we'll do one more, last one. Rubbing back down the urinary bladder, up the kidneys, up to the sky. Lift your heels up. And nice. Good. A little bit more clearing. Let's go to shaking. And we're just going to do shaking and clearing for the lungs and the kidneys today. So we think about the physical lungs. So we're doing physical lungs. We are going to make the Z sound. So big breath in. And relax and breathe in. And breathe in. And relax and shake a little bit more. So we're allowing the vibratory sound to actually work its way through the texture, physicalness of the lungs. And we're going to do softening, clearing, cleansing of the kidneys. And for that, we use the sound, not the true sound, but we use chiri, like cherry. Cherry. And again, breathe in. Yeah, one more. And relax. Good. Whew. Okay, we're going to do a few lung flows and a few kidney flows, looking at these two organs working with each other. Okay, we'll just start simply with flying. Soften your knees, soften your ankles, drop your tailbone down. Nice Tai Chi Qigong posture there. And your wings starting from in front of you. And initially just going up as far as your shoulders and then coming down. Feeling that you're going shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. As you come down shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. Really softly, and your fingers are the little ends of the feathers there. Let's breathe in and out through the nose, strengthen the lungs. Knees as you come down. Time we go all the way up, breathing in, back of the hands together. And when we get to the top, heels off the floor. So we're stimulating our kidney one there, bubbling spring, coming down, all the way down. Allow your wings to float up with your breath in through the nose, heels off. Hold it for a few seconds, breathing out. Allow your breath to be held for about 2 seconds at the bottom of the exhale and the bottom of the inhale. There we go straight into the fountain, which is for the kidneys. So dropping your hands forwards and coming up the kidney meridian as far as the shoulders. And then the water is pouring down the sides. And coming down, remember the kidney, it's as if you're drawing water up from gravity, from the earth, bring it up. And then that clear, cool water from the kidneys is flowing right around your body, your way, chi, clearing it, strengthening it, breathing in, back of the hands together. See if you can do this in a smooth movement without stopping between one and the other. Breathing in as you come up. And breathing out as you go down. You bend forwards just slightly as you come up. Tuck your tailbone in first so you undulate through your spine as you come up, chin up, straighten. Together. Drawing the water up. Going to go from there into flying. This time it's the soaring crane. Open up. Recoiling in. Almost no energy required. You stretch the muscles on one side and they just come back with the elasticity. Open the front of the lungs. Thumb and first finger can touch there. So keeping the energy of the lung meridian in there as you gather energy, as you stretch out, bring it back to your lungs. In. Close your eyes as you do this and just imagine where you're flying. You can choose. Slowly your wings are coming down lower as you're coming into land. On the side. One hand behind your back, one hand in front of your face, and we go into Zen circles, kidney flow, and we're dropping down, and our hand is going to touch into crystal clear water, and it's going to bring it up and allow it to pour down through our body, this beautiful kidney energy. Kidney energy is an energy of peace. Kidneys look after the bone marrow, back, sexual organs, kind of feeling of self-confidence. So the water is the deepest element. The water runs deepest of all the elements in the body. And then slow that circle down. And it's going to be just a very small one. And smaller and smaller. Until you come just to the lower dantian. And you can feel between Ming Men, the point behind, and dantian. Just feel that there's a flow from the back to the front to the back. Your body will know which is appropriate. Connection there. Sea of energy and door of life. Very powerful. Part of your body. Feel balanced and connected and strong. Open up again and change. One hand behind, one hand in front. Not touching your forehead, but coming past your forehead and feeling as you come up that this crystal clear water is just clearing your mind. Down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stepping your hand into the water, feeling that water energy is flowing right through your whole body. Like you've been on a long hike through the mountains, you're hot and tired, and you dip your hand into a crystal clear pool and feel your life coming back into you. And slowly, just up to the waist level, turning at the waist as you do this. Until you come to bring your hand just below your belly button, other hands on Ming Men, second lumbar, and feel the connection between the back and front of your body. Breathe into it. Feet together. We'll just do a balancing closing. Coming down the center of your body to your hand, the dantian. Open up. Gather. You still need a little bit more energy from the outside. Or a little bit, energy is a bit fuzzy inside. As you come down this front meridian, which is a conception vessel, just feel everything balancing, clarifying. Breathe in, breathe out through your nose. Breathe in, through your nose. Feel your body strong. Emotions settled. Your mind clear. All working together. The upper dantian, middle dantian, the lower dantian. Hands one over the other. Close your eyes for a second. And just notice how you feel. Allow your face to soften. Space between the eyebrows. Your jaw muscles, back of the head, shoulders, tailbone. Notice any sounds either inside your body or outside. And allow your hands to drop down. Just move your feet a little bit. And thank you for coming to Qigong.